Chocolate cake.
Play begins, it opens on David's birthday. Every year, wherever he is, he's a world traveler, he always calls home to his family in Calgary and Winnipeg.
I'm happy to do this, little brother. Happy birthday.
The character of Cathy is creating a birthday cake because they're going to huddle around the phone and they're going to sing happy birthday, and then all of her kids get to eat the cake. Pretty good deal. The play begins, the phone doesn't ring by the end of the day. And so
Mom's worried now. Mom's pacing now.
the next morning she wakes up and thinks something's terribly wrong. And what happens is she then charts the course to try to find her brother. She spends time struggling with the family in Canada, where she can wait no longer. She gets on a plane to try to find her brother in Madeira, and the play takes off.
When I used to be the traveler in the family, she worried every minute, and I quote, "If only you would stay home."
To me, what's the most exciting thing about the whole project is it's a true story. It happened to a Calgary woman, and she sat down and wrote about it.
The story took place in 1995. I probably started writing the very beginnings of it, probably 1997, as a series of poems. And then moved into essays, and then at one point I decided to put the essays together and make a full-length manuscript. Almost 8 years it took to finish, and not just finish, but actually to let it go.
2 years ago, I found Cathy's novel on a bookshelf in a bookstore, and I remember where I was standing. I remember the bookshelf, and I don't know why, like I saw that one, I pulled it off, and I thought, wow, that's a beautiful cover, Lost, a memoir. I opened it up, I saw your picture, and I started reading your story, and it said Calgary Woman, and I thought, I'm buying it. I live in Calgary, I got to read the story. And then I started to have this feeling that something great might happen with it. And a few months later, I was sitting in my cottage in Ontario reading it, and about halfway through I thought, this is a play, this should be done on stage, a one-woman show.
The most important thing, though, that affected me about Dennis was that faith or commitment or belief, or I don't know what the right word is, that the project could make it all the way to the end and make it on stage and be meaningful and important and well, dramatic and satisfying, and that amazed me.
And now look at you, sailing the Atlantic with your girlfriend Sarah. I hope you're taking lots of pictures.
Because it's an adventure story and because it travels around the world, I thought we could actually, through the use of multimedia and video and music and this gorgeous steel and glass set, we could create a magical world where we'd see her travel. And for me, I love traveling, and I love the adventure stories, and I love it when people get on a plane and do something. So I thought that was what was inherently active and theatrical about it. Here was a woman in Calgary kind of chosen or forced to find out about the world, parts of the world that she didn't know, by trying to find her brother.
10 years ago, I was the one walking up the gangway of a sailing ship, and you were keeping my secret.
When we started working on it in the workshops about 18 months ago, and I started hearing Jan say the words, I think part of me thought, oh, it was always meant to be told orally, and where else but on the stage.
Oh, poor Mom, I thought she'd kill us. Rubber eggs, the most brilliant invention.
It's an inward-looking book, so it's quiet. And when Jan's on stage saying these words, of course you can't say them quietly or inward. This is a dramatic production, so she's loud and she's passionate, and at times she's angry and hurt and lots of emotions.
I would have thought a husband would know how old his wife is. My actual age was a surprise to him.
And when I'm watching her, I really have that sense of wanting to say, yes, yes, louder, more, you know, because I couldn't do that.
I will be grateful when it's all over and Mom and Dad return to Winnipeg.
Everybody would like in this country, or I don't know, maybe Western countries in general, is to be more comfortable talking about the grief that we experience in our life, and by sharing it, it just is a lot better.
It's called Lost. It sounds so intense and hard, and it is, but there's great beauty that can come out of these things. I really want audiences to come away empowered about living an adventurous life. You know, it's said in the play, dreams don't let go. And it's said a few times, and you realize that by the end of it, you got to love the people who dare to dream in Technicolor, like Cathy's brother.
I can't remember the last time you were actually in Canada for your birthday.
A really wonderfully told story that's really just a great piece of theatre and visually exciting and different than we've done at Theatre Calgary and vibrant, but I think the takeout way needs to be, and Cathy has made this very clear to me, it needs to be uplifting. She does not want people walking away saying, poor Cathy. It's not about poor Cathy. It's about, you know, my great brother and my great learning from this.
Happy birthday, dear David. Please call tomorrow.